Welcome to the STEM Super Scientist series.
Hi, hello, my name is Isa, and today we are going to be talking about the different parts of an animal cell. So typically when studying the different components of animal cells, it's important to either draw diagrams or utilize models like these, so that way you can understand the complexities. We're going to start with the nucleus, which is where all of the DNA is stored inside of the nucleolus. And aside from that, you're going to see rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. And overall, the main differences between those are where proteins are stored and processed, and then overall the metabolism of those proteins. So we're going to go on to the vacuole, which is essentially where the cell stores water for pinctocytosis. And we can also talk about the mitochondria, which is definitely one of the most well-known parts of an animal cell. It's the powerhouse of the cell, as well as storing ATP and synthesizing it in order to follow up with its own production of daughter cells and the creation of proteins. So we're going to go on and talk about peroxisomes, which essentially are responsible for removing the waste from the cell's body. And we do have a main difference between plant and animal cells, which is the cell wall. So the cell wall of a plant cell is going to be essentially, it's going to have 3 more layers than an animal cell. So an animal cell is a little bit more naked. So a couple of things before we go is we have the Golgi apparatus, which modifies the proteins created by the rough endoplasmic reticulum. And on the inside, you're going to see small filament-looking shapes, and those are called microtubules, and those essentially are responsible for holding the shape of the cell together. Unlike a plant cell, the cell wall is what holds and maintains its structure. Animal cells don't quite have those things. We're also going to talk about peroxisomes. Again, they metabolize waste, and lysosomes, which ultimately digest the food that is created and generated by the cell. So all of this is located in the cytoplasm, which is the inner membrane of the cell, and it is all surrounded, especially the nucleus, by something called a nuclear envelope, which is a protective layer in order to encase the proteins that are required for DNA synthesis. I think that's all we have for today, so thank you so much.
That's a wrap for today's episode of STEM Super Scientist series. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Until next time, keep learning, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next STEM Super Scientist episode.